Welcome to the most amazing channel where we uncover the mysteries that blur the line between fiction and reality. For over 3 decades, The Simpsons has been more than just a cartoon. It has been accused of predicting world events with eerie accuracy. From the rise of Donald Trump to the invention of smartwatches, Springfield's satire often feels like tomorrow's headlines. And now, fans believe the next 3 months may already be written in its animated world. Could Springfield hold secrets about our near future? Let's dive into 5 shocking Simpsons predictions that might unfold before our eyes. Prediction number 1: economic collapse and food shortages. One of the recurring themes in The Simpsons is how quickly Springfield falls apart whenever the economy takes a hit. Whether it's Homer panicking over donuts, Marge struggling with skyrocketing grocery bills, or entire supermarket aisles stripped bare, the show has repeatedly mocked how fragile society becomes when money or food runs short. On the surface, it's slapstick comedy, but underneath the laughter, it reflects a deeper truth. When people feel their survival is threatened, panic takes over. Think of episodes where Springfield residents storm the Quickie Mart, fighting over basic goods, or where Homer fills the garage with pointless supplies he doesn't even need. These exaggerated storylines may look ridiculous, yet they capture a very real human instinct: hoarding, hysteria, and distrust when the economy falters. Fans of the show now argue that these moments are more than jokes. They might be predictions of what's to come. Why does this feel so relevant today? Because the world is already standing on shaky ground. Inflation remains a global issue, with prices creeping up in supermarkets across the world. Supply chains, still fragile from recent years of disruption, can snap at any moment, whether from geopolitical tensions, trade restrictions, or natural disasters. The stock market is volatile, and whispers of a looming recession grow louder with each passing month. Even small disruptions, like temporary fuel shortages or price spikes, can create chain reactions that leave shelves empty. If the next 3 months bring a sudden economic shock, whether from financial collapse, a banking crisis, or global conflict, the Springfield-style panic might not feel so far-fetched. People have already witnessed how quickly crowds can strip stores of essentials like water, rice, or even toilet paper. The Simpsons simply dress this reality in cartoon exaggeration, but the pattern is all too familiar. What makes this prediction chilling is the speed of the spiral. In Springfield, one piece of bad news is enough to spark a frenzy. In our world, it doesn't take much more: a viral post, a headline about shortages, or even rumors of crisis to send thousands of people rushing to hoard supplies. Once panic spreads, logic vanishes. So the big question is this: are we about to live through a Simpsons-style episode in real life? Could the next 90 days bring an economic jolt that empties shelves, raises prices, and sparks chaos? If Springfield is a mirror of our world, then the laughter might soon give way to something far more unsettling. Prediction number 2: political scandal and leadership shakeup. If there is one character in The Simpsons who perfectly embodies corruption and incompetence, it's Mayor Joe Quimby. With his slicked-back hair, exaggerated accent, and endless scandals, Quimby is Springfield's poster child for crooked politics. He has been caught bribing officials, cheating on his wife, rigging votes, and dodging accountability. And yet, no matter how many times he is exposed, he somehow manages to stay in power. For decades, the show has used him as satire, a warning about how fragile democracy becomes when corruption festers unchecked. Episodes have shown Springfield elections riddled with fraud, ballots mysteriously vanishing, or the infamous rigged voting machine gag that flipped votes from one candidate to another. While played for laughs, these moments reflect a very real fear: the idea that the system itself cannot be trusted. The humor works because it feels close to reality, and today, that reality is becoming harder to ignore. All around the world, leaders are under fire. From accusations of corruption to scandals involving misuse of power, the political climate feels combustible. In some countries, mass protests have erupted against governments accused of betraying the people. Elsewhere, upcoming elections are already being questioned for fairness before a single ballot has been cast. Trust in politicians is at an all-time low, and the cracks in leadership grow wider with every new headline. This is where The Simpsons' satire begins to feel prophetic. Quimby's antics may be ridiculous, but the patterns they mock are disturbingly familiar. Leaders who make promises but betray them, politicians who manipulate the system for personal gain, and voters who begin to doubt the legitimacy of democracy itself. It doesn't take much imagination to see how the next 3 months could produce a real-world scandal that feels ripped straight out of Springfield. Imagine the fallout if a high-profile leader is caught in a corruption scandal, if an election result is disputed, or if a resignation shakes the political landscape. Such events don't just embarrass politicians, they fracture trust in the system, polarize societies, and ignite unrest. Springfield's satire has long warned us of this very collapse, dressing it in humor so we laugh, even as we recognize the truth. So, what might the next 90 days bring? A scandal that topples a leader, a controversial election, or a shocking resignation that reshapes politics overnight? If Springfield has taught us anything, it's that the line between parody and prophecy is dangerously thin. And Quimby's sleazy grin might be more than a joke, it could be a glimpse of the near future. Prediction number 3. Technology turning dangerous. For decades, The Simpsons has poked fun at our obsession with technology, often exaggerating its flaws in hilarious ways. But beneath the laughter, their parodies of artificial intelligence and smart machines seem oddly prophetic. Take the episode where the family's smart home turns homicidal, or when robots at a theme park suddenly rebel against humans. What started as comedic exaggeration now feels eerily close to our present-day reality. Today, artificial intelligence and automation dominate headlines. AI systems are creating human-like text, art, and even deep-fake videos that can deceive millions. Security experts warn of cyber attacks targeting financial institutions, while governments scramble to regulate a technology that is evolving faster than they can legislate. The Simpsons' playful scenarios of machines malfunctioning and taking control no longer feel like science fiction. They resemble a warning. Springfield often turns technology into a running gag. Homer wrestles with gadgets he doesn't understand. Bart reprograms electronics for mischief. And Lisa warns of unintended consequences. But these exaggerations reflect something very real: human dependence on technology we barely control. In the coming months, the world faces several risks tied to this dependence. Tech companies are rolling out advanced AI tools, and some predict that hackers or rogue developers could exploit them, leading to massive disruptions. A deepfake scandal could influence politics, a cyber attack could paralyze entire industries, or an AI malfunction might trigger a chain of events no one anticipated. What's striking is how The Simpsons shows these dangers through humor, making us laugh at Homer battling a psychotic toaster or a rogue robot. Yet, the underlying message is chilling. When technology gains too much power without safeguards, chaos is inevitable. With the pace of innovation today, the possibility of a tech-related crisis within the next 3 months doesn't seem far-fetched. Imagine if Springfield's absurd stories, like machines refusing to follow orders or AI systems manipulating humans, suddenly echoed in real life. As governments debate AI ethics, corporations push for speed, and users trust their lives to algorithms, the potential for disaster grows. The Simpsons' humor may serve as a mirror, reflecting a dangerous truth we're only beginning to understand. Could one of the world's biggest headlines in the coming months involve a catastrophic tech failure? If Springfield has already drawn the cartoon version, we might soon be living through the real one. Prediction number 4. Environmental disaster. Disaster is almost a running theme in The Simpsons. Springfield has survived nuclear meltdowns, toxic spills, bizarre weather events, and even apocalyptic scenarios played for laughs. In one classic episode, Homer's clumsiness nearly triggers a catastrophic meltdown at the nuclear power plant. In another, the town is battered by strange weather patterns that defy logic. While viewers laugh at Springfield's endless crises, these exaggerated storylines reflect a sobering reality. Our own world is becoming more vulnerable to environmental disasters. Today, headlines echo with warnings about climate unpredictability. Hurricanes intensify without warning. Wildfires consume entire regions. Earthquakes rattle cities, and heat waves reach record highs. Just as Springfield often mocks the fragility of its nuclear plant or emergency systems, real-life governments and infrastructures frequently fail when tested by disaster. Images of citizens scrambling for aid, cities choking on smoke, or officials caught unprepared could almost be scenes from Springfield itself. What makes The Simpsons so uncanny is how it exaggerates fragility for humor. Mr. Burns cuts corners at the nuclear plant, causing endless near catastrophes. The town's leaders downplay disasters or respond incompetently. And ordinary citizens, much like us, panic, hoard, and argue rather than prepare. These parodies mirror the real world, where systems meant to protect us sometimes collapse at the very moment they are needed most. The next 3 months coincide with periods of heightened environmental risk. Hurricane season is peaking, wildfires continue to spark across dry regions, and scientists warn of potential seismic activity in certain fault zones. When Springfield shows a hurricane sweeping away homes or the sky turning an ominous shade of green, it feels cartoonish, but similar images may soon appear on real news broadcasts. The humor in The Simpsons lies in watching the town rebuild after every calamity, as if nothing happened. But in reality, recovery is far slower, and the cost is devastating. Homes are lost, economies falter, and lives are forever changed. This is why Springfield's disasters, though fictional, feel like satire of a truth we already live with. We are not as prepared as we think. So the question lingers, will the next few months bring an environmental catastrophe that feels ripped straight from Springfield's scripts? If history is any guide, nature's unpredictability may soon remind us just how fragile our systems really are. And in that moment, Springfield's laughter may feel like an unsettling echo of reality. Prediction number 5. Celebrity shock or scandal. If there's one thing The Simpsons has never shied away from, it's mocking celebrities. From rock stars to actors, from sports legends to politicians, Springfield has turned the world's biggest names into punchlines. Yet, time and again, the show's playful parodies seem to foreshadow very real scandals that later shocked fans. A joke about a famous musician's chaotic lifestyle might precede an actual public meltdown. A satirical sketch of a politician's double life often looks eerily similar to headlines that appear years later. One striking example is how the show lampooned Michael Jackson, depicting a character that parodied his unique voice and eccentric behavior. Years later, Jackson's controversies dominated global media. Similarly, The Simpsons poked fun at pop stars and Hollywood icons who, not long after their appearances, faced career-altering scandals or shocking revelations. For decades, Springfield has been a strange stage where celebrity reputations are poked, prodded, and sometimes eerily predicted. In today's world, the celebrity ecosystem is more fragile than ever. Social media exposes every mistake in real time. Paparazzi document private lives without mercy, and scandals can erupt overnight from a single leaked video, statement, or past misdeed resurfacing. While fans idolize their favorite stars, Springfield reminds us that fame is often a double-edged sword. The bigger the spotlight, the greater the risk of a dramatic fall. The next 3 months could easily bring one such headline. It could be a shocking breakup, a secret affair exposed, a financial fraud case involving a beloved actor, or even a once-adored public figure suddenly facing global backlash. We cannot predict the name, but the possibility of a scandal dominating the news cycle feels inevitable. And given The Simpsons' long history of poking fun at celebrities before their real-world controversies emerged, fans are watching closely to see if Springfield has once again foreshadowed the downfall of a star. What makes these predictions so unnerving is that they blur satire and reality. When Springfield exaggerates a celebrity's flaws, greed, arrogance, or recklessness, it seems like nothing more than comedy, but when the same traits surface in real life, the parody suddenly feels prophetic. So, will a celebrity scandal dominate headlines in the next 3 months? If Springfield's track record is anything to go by, the answer may well be yes. And when it happens, fans will once again whisper that the animated town of Springfield saw it coming before the rest of us. And there you have it, 5 shocking Simpsons predictions that might unfold in the next 3 months. Whether it's economic chaos, political scandals, dangerous technology, environmental disasters, or celebrity shocks, Springfield has a way of holding a mirror to our world with eerie accuracy. Maybe it's just satire, or maybe it's something far stranger. Either way, the coming months will reveal if these predictions were simply jokes, or glimpses of our near future. Stay tuned, because reality has a funny way of catching up to Springfield. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more mind-bending explorations.